Oh, this is going to go so well. I mean, it's fitting anyway. Hi, welcome to Life of Die. We live play D&D. Currently playing through the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, and the last 2 sessions have been these jokers +2 stuck in a carnival and getting lost, riding snails. It's been fun. So we're going to see if they continue that vein for the rest of the evening. So I am Fliss, and I am your DM. Playing, we have. I'm going to have to read your names off of the screen, guys, because I've forgotten most of them. Character names. Mike as Normand.
Hello.
Lewis as Frank. Matt as Kellior. Said Matt, but I read Mike's character, who is Igneous.
Hello.
We are unfortunately 2 players down tonight. One was something we were already aware of, and then the other one dropped out last minute. So we missed them, but we were going to carry on anyway and see what kind of mischief these guys can drag them into, and hopefully they'll have a campaign to come back to. So,
I'm sure.
in terms of, I mean, you guys could all just decide to go home, and that would be there's nothing I could do.
Why do we have 4 new characters?
That means the homebrew is going to be a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah. Just 2 episodes was enough. We just decided that we were done with this. Right. So last episode, or last session, I guess, and the session before, they reunited some halflings for a proposal. They went to the Big Top Extravaganza. Several of them performed very well in the Big Top Extravaganza, revealing talents and skills and generally entertaining people. For this, they received a carnival coin and an invitation to speak with the masters of the carnival at their leisure. They then left the Big Top, and they have the rest of the carnival and an offer to visit the staff area awaiting them. And if you guys are happy with that, that's where we'll... Wrong mouse. That's where we'll pick up. So let me move you over.
Did you just say wrong mouse? How many have you got there?
2.
I mean,
it's not a problem, right?
Suspicious.
Look, I have my laptop running some stuff, and I have my tablet running some other stuff. So I just have 2 mice. It works.
Okay.
I am, I know that you guys all think you're geeky, but I am Queen Geek Super Nerd, so tech's everywhere.
I've got 2 screens here and 2 laptops just here, so...
I've got 2 screens because I am efficient and organised.
I have 2 screens because work
Hey, shut up.
for one.
Yeah, I have 2 screens
because I'm not a nerd.
Oh, we all know that you are.
God damn it, Mike.
You are. I don't want to say what you said earlier because I don't know if it'll upset you, but grand nerd, let's say.
Granddad nerd.
Oh,
the granddaddy.
See, Lewis isn't scared of upsetting me.
No, I'm the polite one. Well, before this turns into an episode of Nerdy Corner, and it becomes just a podcast, let's bring it back in. I can do that probably by doing this would help.
You want me to do it?
Nope. Thank you. So, you are exiting the Big Top. You walk back out. You've got a lot of stuff that you've seen already going on. You've got lots of stuff you haven't explored yet. The map is in front of you. You have an invitation waiting for you. 2 of your group are going to be very quiet today.
I think
Do
he's
you want to
cast
go
a
to Lost
spell.
Property? Do you want to go to Lost Property and wait for us? You look a bit sick.
Mados is gonna kind of just look at the
You, Normand.
instrument in his. It's gonna look at the instrument in his hands and kind of sigh deeply before kind of sadly tucking it away. Caesary is going to have a mouthful of toffee apple and be unable to respond.
At last, she's not going to insult me.
So I would quite like to go see the owners of this carnival. It's kind of why
Yeah, me both.
I came here, but I do understand if some of you wish to gather more information first.
I'd like more cupcakes.
I have a cupcake here, Normand, but it's for a very special occasion.
Okay, save it then.
I'll save it. So, do you want to have a look around, or do we want to use these special coins of ours?
I mean, what else have we got to be looking out for? I want to get directly to the point. Been here 4 hours, and there's clearly something weird going on here.
Yes, there is. Speaking of weird, Normand. Is there something? Have you taken your shoes off or something? You seem a little smaller.
Oh, I just thought you were getting taller because you're growing older.
Am I getting taller? I'm not sure.
A small person said that when you get older, you get bigger.
Oh, well, to an extent.
Roll a perception check.
Who?
Both of you, if you want.
Typical.
Sounds like that went well.
10.
6.
Cool. Yeah, you're not quite sure what's going on. Neither of you you just kind of like look at each other for a bit and can't quite figure it out.
Oh well, never mind. I'm sure it's nothing. But yeah, some people, especially the acts in the Big Top, seemed a little miserable, actually.
They seemed pretty alright when they were clapping at my juggling pack of cards up in the air and stuff.
Yes, well...
Yeah, there is definitely still something weird going on around here, so...
When they were doing their thing and joining in, they seemed alright, but as soon as they stopped, just all expressions seemed to have left their face. Well, I guess we could go see Mr... Is it Mr. Witch, was it?
Mr. Light?
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, I think it was.
I've got names written down somewhere. Yeah, Witch and Light.
Well, if nobody else has any opposition or different course of action.
No, not at all. I wouldn't mind meeting the boss man.
Let's go.
Okay, so you guys are making your way to the staff area.
Yep. That is not our joke, Matt.
So you can walk yourselves around towards the staff area. Okay.
I will
cool.
be watching Normand the whole time, making sure he doesn't just walk in a different direction.
Then you'll notice that it's nodded off.
Come on, Normand. And I'll just give him a pat on the back to wake him up.
Huh?
We're going to meet the boss.
Come in.
Would my lack of coin affect anything?
I guess we'll find
we'll
out.
see.
Well,
So you make your way around the edge of the big top to the staff area where you've seen it signposted before on the maps. And as you get there, you see that the staff area is fully enclosed by this enormous bush. That's not doing what I want it to do. That it seems to have created a circle that you haven't really seen it before. It seems to have grown up as the carnival arrived, and strangely there doesn't seem to be any opening in it anywhere. It is 20 foot high and 5 foot thick, and as you get closer you see that this is actually made of twisting vines filled with thorns.
Ooh.
You do also notice, walking slowly, plodding around the outside, is a bugbear. This
Oh, no.
bugbear is wearing kind of patchy dungarees, a pair of giant fairy wings, not dissimilar to your own, and a helmet that he seems to have carved out of half of a jack-o'-lantern, tipped up and put on his head.
Hey, Normand, I think you've got a friend.
Oh my god, look at
Really?
him. Look at him.
That's so cute.
Love this game.
That's awesome.
He's got a squirrel.
Oh, he does have a
Has he-
squirrel.
I just don't reach his back. It's alright. It's alright.
As he plods around, he spots you and kind of cocks his head slightly at you.
Oh,
Hello.
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 Hi.
Are you guarding this area?
This staff area is off limits to guests.
How about guests with coins? And I'll hold up the coin
Yeah.
I was given.
And me.
Oh.
Well, it's
No. Management want to see you. Follow me. And he turns around and he walks directly at the hedge, just a random part of it. And as he gets close to it, you see all the vines and thorns start to pull back and curl away from him and pull outwards, forming an archway in the hedge, big enough for Burley to fit through.
It's like Diagon Alley.
He stands back and sort of gestures for you to go through the opening that he has created in the hedge.
Thank you, Mr. Bugbear.
Thank you very much.
He then leads you in, and you see that there is a circle of wagons here, all different colours, a couple of them in different sizes, and he leads you towards a particularly ostentatious wagon where an aging clown sits with a painted grin on his face. He puffs heavily on a bubble pipe, and he glares at you as Burley leads you towards him. Burley ignores the clown and opens the wagon's door, ushering you inside.
I'll look at...
Thanks. A nice hat you got. Masterly carved.
Oh, thank you.
She's a-
And he, like, this genuine bugbear grin appears on his face. He seems very pleased. He opens the door, and as he does, you see a familiar face leap towards the door, and kind of before you can step inside, the face emerges towards you all, and is Mr. Light. As you remember him, white painted face, thin, lithe features, slice of red mouth, and the one red diamond, not triangle, over his eye. Still carrying the weather vane that he had before. He leans out. Please come in. It's a delight to meet you all. I am Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch. And you see before you, sitting inside the caravan, not that character. That could have been a very, very different mood. Come back.
Never have I seen a suit that glimmers quite as much as yours.
Oh, well, thank you, friend. Thank you. What's your name?
Frank.
Frank. Well, it's lovely to meet you, Frank. And did you perform for us?
Yeah, it wasn't that great, though. You probably didn't remember it.
Oh, fine, fine. I'm sure you're. He gives you kind of a strange look. Make a deception check.
I gave myself proficiency with deception, but I didn't realise I had a negative charisma.
Oh.
Again.
And
So that's a 9.
you get the sense he doesn't believe you, but he doesn't seem fussed that you're here anyway. And he shakes Kellior's hand and is like, "Oh yes, the gentleman with the cards that danced was amazing. The sleight of hand there, wonderful job. Of course, the shining purple flying dragon. Wow, just beautiful, I tell you." And he shakes
Thank
Igneous
you.
by the hand as well. And our strong man here who's competing with our own. And he pats Norman on the back. And then he kind of looks over it. It's really disarming. Like, literally, you stop him as he goes to pat Mados on the back, and he goes like, "Yes." And then turns back to Mados and puts one arm around him and sort of shakes him vigorously by the hand. And, "Oh, it's a splendid performance, dear boy. Absolutely wonderful and magnificent. You truly are a performer with talent flowing through you, and I'd love to hear the rest of that song someday. You really must come and show us next time we're here." Oh, have you met Mr. Light? And he steps aside and moves his arm, at which point you see the other person sitting in the carnival wagon, and this is a very different character, seeming slightly shorter, very much of a broader stature and a wider build. His skin is a pale grey. He has squat pointed ears, dark eyes, a top hat, very drab coloured clothing in compared to this clownish character that dances around amongst you. This is Mr. Witch, who is sitting there, and he has in his hand a small gold timepiece that he looks at before closing and putting it away.
Finally,
the new
so
doctor.
with some actually style.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Witch kind of nods at you and doffs his hat. Mr. Light gestures to his scepter, his weather vane in his hand, and waves it, and he explains, "Oh, this is something that we're very pleased to be happening. I'm actually really pleased some of you decided to step up and join in, because you see this weather vane," and he twirls it through his fingers. "This weather vane tells the mood of the carnival. At all times, I know how it's going and how people are feeling, and I want to tell you, my friends, you are making it a wonderful event here. I hear you've been sorting out problems for poor, sad, broken hearts, and you've been winning races and cheering people on and having a marvelous time, eating cake as well. And I must say, your performance has certainly lifted the spirits here. My weather vane definitely approves of you." He's very cheerful about it and thanks you for raising the mood in the carnival here. He says, "At the end of the evening, one of you may even be crowned the king of our carnival." And kind of like
King?
looks towards Mr. Witch and winks and smiles and seems to be trying to encourage him to talk. And he just kind of grunts.
What
And
does
leans
that
towards
entail?
Mr.
The king.
Oh, it's wonderful. There's a coronation, there's a parade. It's wonderful. It's all joy and fun and laughter, and you get to sort of preside over the last final hour or so of the event.
Yeah,
But
but what do you
that's
get?
Well, you get a crown, and you get to be king.
Ah,
Sounds like something for children, actually.
Oh, anyone can enjoy a carnival. Surely you yourselves have been enjoying the atmosphere here. There you go. That
Oh, of
boy there
course.
knows exactly what I'm talking about. And he kind of like hugs onto Normand a little bit. Now,
I'll keep a very
enough
close
about
eye when
me.
he like hugs Norman as well, in case he's like trying to. I don't know.
Make
He's
a
giving off.
perception
He's
check.
giving off a weird vibe. Like, in case he's trying to do anything. Oh, that time it is a dirty 20.
Oh, okay, nice. I will keep that in mind. Yes, well, enough about me and the carnival, enough about us. You are our guests here. Tell me what brings all of you to this wonderful carnival. Where did you hear about us? Were you here last time?
In a manner of speaking, yeah.
yeah, same.
I was told by a little satyr friend of mine that I'd find what I'm looking for here.
A satyr friend? Well, don't you have the funniest of friends in strange places? Oh.
Oh, it wasn't pretty strange.
Interesting.
She was in the forest, actually.
Oh, yes, but they don't usually wander around the forest in this plane. They're much more at home in the Feywild, but of course you'd know all about that. Anyway,
The
are
what?
you finding what you're looking for here?
I don't actually know what I'm looking for. I was just told I would find it. I was hoping you'd
well-
have some information, being, you know, the people who run this carnival.
Well, you know, we do run the carnival, however. We can't tend to every single guest's want and need. If you've been told to look for something here, my friend, I'm afraid you'll just have to look for it. If you could give us more advice, maybe we could help you in that way.
I wish I could give myself some more advice. It's something I'm just not entirely sure of.
So you notice with the roll that you made, you notice that Mr. Witch is now staring quite intently at Mados Kesari and Kalior. What about the rest of you? Why are you here? You, Bunny! Sorry, Herongon. Why are you here?
Yeah, well, a pixie brought me here last time, and then brought me here again.
Pixie! Oh, well, don't you
Yeah.
all have these strange friends following around?
Well, I kind of lost it.
That was careless of you. Do you know, though, I think I know where it might be. We have an entire kingdom of pixies here. Could be they went there for a spell. What about you, big chap? What are you here for?
I came with him, and he'll point at Frank.
Oh, how
You can come with me, boy.
interesting.
Norman, I'm standing
I thought
over
we were
here.
best friends. Oh, Ig, when did you get here?
I've always been here, Norman.
Do you live here?
No, you know where... Norman, we've been living in the forest for the past 3 years.
Oh, I like living in the forest.
Yes, it's very peaceful. Are you alright?
Why am I here, Ig?
Well, you wanted to come along with me. See if we could find anything.
I came with him, and he'll point at Igneous.
Well, that is lovely. And it's nice to see that some of the creatures of the Feywild are starting to, you know, chip in and bring business our way. After all, you know, as you can probably tell, we have a little bit about the Fey about us ourselves. And it's lovely to meet you all, isn't it, Witch?
I'm going to be keeping an eye on Witch now as well, with you seeing he was staring at the other three intently. Just
Did you three... How did you enter the carnival last time?
Oh. We were young. Wanted an adventure. Didn't have a ticket though, so we got turfed out. This time we were a
Thought I
little bit more
recognised you.
successful. Is that good or bad?
Well, I see by the wings that you followed the rules this time. It's very dangerous not to here.
Why is that?
And
In-
Mr. Light bursts out
No.
laughing. He's kidding, he's kidding. We're a lovely place. Everybody's safe here.
Insight check.
Everybody's
Insight
safe.
check.
Yeah, insight on that.
Roll away.
So inciting.
Oh my god, really? My rolls are terrible. Well, apart from one.
15.
6.
9.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What did you roll back?
15.
Okay. You can see there is a slight desperate edge to the way Mr. Light says this, as though he is very much trying to get you off this subject and breeze past what Witch has implied. Anyway, this isn't about us, this is about all of you. It's not about last time, it's about this time. Is there anything we can do for you, since you are wonderful patrons and helping us lift the mood of this carnival so well?
Yeah. How is it we become king of the carnival?
Oh, simply by doing what you've been doing. This Weathervane will choose the king of the carnival, and will be based on whoever has raised spirits here the most. And I must say, at the moment, it's looking good to be one of your group.
Well done, Norman.
Nice.
I missed that.
Says, well done, Norman.
Was it me?
Not quite, but I'm pretty sure.
Could be any one of you, especially if you keep going the way you're going. Cheering people up
Where are we
and
going?
making people laugh. Oh, you're going places, I'm sure. Exciting, fun places. There are many, many such places waiting you in the carnival.
I like places.
Out, maybe?
What was that?
And out, maybe? Out of the carnival?
Oh, well, if you wish to leave, I don't know why you would when everyone's having such a good time, but of course you're welcome to leave by the way you came in.
That's good to know. But not
And,
just yet. I'm enjoying myself.
Good, that's good to hear. You have been worried there.
You're certain there's no other way out.
I mean, we don't need any other way out. You can go out the way you came in. We have a lake that keeps the rest of the edge well tracked, so that people can't break in, as certain little scamps are wont to do.
That's all in the past now. We paid our way this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. But there is a lake and a river that flows around the edges of the carnival to prevent anyone sneaking in or out. I mean, is there a reason you wouldn't go out through the main gate?
No, I guess not.
May I ask, what is it you meant when you said, it's nice to see other fey creatures helping bring people to the carnival?
Oh, you know, you talking of, well, you yourself, talking of satyrs, your Paragon friend here discussing pixies as well. Those creatures that live in the Fey world, not often found on the material plane.
I'm not of the Fey. Not entirely sure what the Feywild is.
Ridiculous. How strange.
Very
You
strange.
should know. I'm sorry to say, have you not noticed that you're fairly unique on this plane?
Well, you know, sometimes you find people of the albino. They're unique and rare. And
This is true, but you are far, far rarer, my dear, in this plane. You are not from here.
It is interesting.
I knew it!
Excuse me?
Pardon the intrusion.
Well, why didn't you tell him then?
Well, I didn't. No.
No.
I mean, I've lived in the forest for the past 10 years, and, well, I'm not quite sure. I thought I'd always lived here.
So that makes you
Yeah,
more a
well-
hermit than an actual fey creature.
Well, yes, I've got a cabin in the woods, and I would come to Waterdeep and trade with the folk there, and I just go back, and that's how I've lived for as long as I can
For how
remember.
long? And how long is that, my friend?
It's maybe at least 10 years now.
Only 10 years. You don't remember anything before that?
It's never really crossed my mind, but I guess when you think about it, it does go a
Well,
little
I
bit
can
fuzzy.
see why your Fey friend was encouraging you to join us. Clearly, they wanted you to know where you were from. You are from the Feywild.
He's just gonna kind of go quiet now, and if anyone looks in his eyes, you'll just see him trying to think everything over. Like,
Mr. Light will pat you on the shoulder. "Oh, it's good news, it's good news. Fey creatures are the most wonderful. I mean, you really had to look at your skin to know that. You're far more dazzling than the mundane creatures of this plane.
well, I find Norman quite dazzling myself, actually.
Of course, dazzling. Dazzling feats of strength.
Definitely kept a shine in my life for the past 3 years.
Thanks.
So, you keep saying that the Fae are rare here, but how'd you bring them all?
They come with the carnival. We travel the plains. We aren't tied to one or another. We cycle through. That's why it's been so long since we were here last. I think it was 8 years ago we were last on this plane, and once we're finished tonight, we'll set off to another. We are
Interesting.
plane
Now,
wanderers.
how exactly did you do that?
Simple. We pack up the carnival, and then we fly off, and we open a portal, and through we go.
Yeah. See, you said simple, and then you said something that did not sound simple.
Oh, well, I suppose it depends who you are. For us, it's a very simple thing. Myself and Mr. Witch have been travelling planes since before we had the carnival.
So, what did you do before the carnival?
Oh, before this carnival, we've actually ran another carnival. Would you believe? Very different feel to it. And Mr. Witch coughs loudly at that point, and Mr. Light shuts up.
Let me guess, the Light Witch Carnival.
Do you know, that would have been a fantastic name. Do you know, Mr. Witch, if we ever come across another one, we're going to have to call it. Okay, yes, no, you're right. Serious business. If there's nothing else, gentlemen, then lady, let me escort you out.
I want to, just before leaving, I just want to have a quick look around the caravan and see if I can see anything, either of significance or titles of books or pictures that might be important. Something.
Yeah, okay, make a perception check.
Oh, dirty 20 again.
Nice. Looking around, it's very clear that two very different individuals live here. You see lots of bright coloured clothing and accessories strewn about the floor in one part, and the other part is very neat and very tidy and very ordered. There are no pictures anywhere.
Okay.
There is a small bookshelf that has a couple of tombs on it without any titles on them, and one the one that does have a title that is important to you. All the other titles are not really of much notice to you. What you do see one that says, it talks about the planes, basically, the different planes in this universe.
Okay. That is all.
Okay.
Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, there's a main reason of why we're back here as well. We've heard there's a little indiscretion about people being unhappy here in the carnival. Now, I know our presence here alone is making people happy, but why aren't people being happy here in the first place? This is a carnival after all. A lot of people should be happy.
We can't control people's emotions. Don't listen to him. No, we've had a couple of disappointments lately. There's been a slight upset in the carnival. There seems to be somebody attending, especially this time, who seems intent on causing trouble around here. It's upset some of the witch hands.
Are they still around?
As far as I know, somewhere, yes. It's very hard to keep track of, though. Very hard to catch.
Ooh.
Perhaps if you would describe said individual, and we could keep a lookout for you. You know, get rid of troublemaker.
This is the problem, you see. They aren't always the same. It seems to be the same intent coming from a person, but often a different appearance. The voice, however, is... And Mr. Witch glares at him, and Mr. Light kind of is distinctive enough for us to know it's always the same person. If you do see someone causing trouble in the carnival, we would be very grateful if you were to stop or apprehend them. It would really lighten the mood and go further towards making one of you coronated.
We can try. I don't like troublemakers.
No, neither does Mr. Witch. Look at how serious and unhappy it makes him.
Oh, I don't want you to be unhappy, Mr. Witch.
Mr. Light looks at Mr. Witch, who just kind of looks at the watch, closes it.
You
just no facial change.
You seemed pretty hard on kicking us up. I mean, them out last time. Could you not just do the same?
Well, we've tried, but every time we get near the thing, it seems to vanish, or, the person we thought we were looking for is no longer around. And then later on, someone who looks very different will pop up with the same voice and cause trouble again, so it makes it very hard to keep track of.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Light, Mr. Witch.
You are, of course, welcome.
Sorry, Ignis.
That's right. While they were having that conversation with Mr. Light, I want to have a conversation with Mr. Witch, but in his head, so Mr. Light can't hear.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
So,
okay.
Mr. Witch, don't be alarmed. You seem to be getting cut off quite a bit by Mr. Light. I'd just like to know, what do you mean by this carnival can be dangerous and you can't, well, obviously you can't control people's emotions, but you can at least try to make them happy.
The carnival isn't dangerous. People that attend can be dangerous. And as for the unhappy people, we can't control everything in their lives. As Mr. Light has mentioned, this troublemaker seems to be spoiling a lot for the Witchlight hands. It's upsetting them.
Okay. Before we go, is there anything else you would like to say without being interrupted?
Mr. Light does all of the talking here. Frankly, I wouldn't have even let you back.
Oh, this is my first time here.
As in, let you back into the staff area, back behind the main carnival where
Oh.
you should be.
Well,
The staff is our business.
that's understandable. We'll take our leave. Thank you.
He nods, and Mr. Light twirls his weather vane again and bows deeply to you all. It has been such a pleasure to meet you all, and once again, thank you so much for raising spirits at the carnival here. Please do keep at it. It would be lovely to see one of you at the coronation. And he kind of pushes the door
Indeed.
open.
Thank you for the hospitality and taking the time to talk to us. It's been
Yeah,
enlightening,
thanks very much.
to say
Been
the
a pleasure.
least.
It
Been a
was
pleasure.
my
Thank you.
pleasure. He bows again as you leave, and you can see he sort of turns back to Mr. Witch as he shuts the door behind you.
Well, that was ominous.
Burley waits for you at the bottom of the steps.
Hi, Burley.
Hello.
Mr. Light has said that you may each have a gift from Thaco. And he gestures over to the clown that you saw sat smoking the bubble pipe earlier, who kind of scowls at you from his bright outfit.
I have to
That's so
assume that's a
depressing.
callback.
Well, I'll
Can I-
Igneous
What?
will go to
have
take
your
his
hat?
gift.
What animal would you like? Thaco says, and he's holding a long balloon.
Can you do a dolphin?
I'm not sure he was on about an impression.
He, he hands over a balloon dolphin.
Thank you.
What would you like, Normand?
I'd like a dragon.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like his dolphin.
And he passes over a red dragon.
Worst beatbox ever.
Norman kind of holds the balloon dragon up, sort of next to Igneous. Looks
Does
between
not
one
look
and
the
other.
same.
But then he smiles because he knows he's got his own Igneous.
Let's hope it doesn't pop.
Oh, wow, yeah. Mados and Kesari both receive balloon animals as well.
May I have a dragonfly? Thank you.
It doesn't have any legs. Or actually, it does have legs, but they are made from uninflated balloons and they just like dangle. Limply from the body. And he turns and he looks at Frank.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna kind of pull him to the side a little bit and be like,
could you make like a little one of me?
And it's a little brown bunny. Massive white cheeks.
he's gonna take it and look at it for a good while, and then he's just gonna put it into his bag of holding.
Nice. Okay. Sorry, just gotta get my stuff in order. As you all receive your balloon animals. Once you have, Burley starts to lead you back towards the big thick hedge. He leads you slightly more around the back, away from where Thaco is sitting. And before he opens the hedge, he stops and he removes his jack-o'-lantern helmet. And you see a very worried expression on the face of this bugbear. Did you speak to them about bad things happening
Well,
What?
there was something about somebody causing trouble for the Witchlight Hands.
It's not just that she's new, but for a while, people and things have been going missing. They know, and he points back towards the wagon you just exited. They know more than they're telling you, but they can't talk about it. So hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who look like they might be able to set things right. Witch and Light are good guys. But if you had leverage, you could get them to tell you more.
Yeah, they were a little bit vague on telling us the full details. What do you know?
Things and people go missing from here, and they don't come back.
Do you
Where'd they
know,
go?
And I don't know. I
is
used to
there,
be part of a double act. And now I'm not. But they don't mean it. It's not them doing it. They just can't talk about it.
is there anywhere specific that people tend to go and then they're not seen again?
Not that I know of, no.
And you haven't seen
It just
anybody taking them?
happens. No. I mean, there's so many people around all the time, it's hard to track who's doing good things and who's doing bad things. But Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they know more. You just need... Well, I was thinking you could take something of theirs, right? And then you could say that you'll give it back if they tell you the truth. They
Watch,
need to be
maybe?
important.
That weather vane seems pretty important.
You not notice how Witch was always watching his watch? That's easier said in my head than actually out of in words.
I
Witch
mean,
watching his watch.
the watch would do. He's never out of Mr. Witch's hands, and a carnival can't run on time without it. It's pretty important. But it's always attached to him by a chain. So you'd need to be able to break the chain or to unlock it or something.
I can break chains.
I think he means surreptitious. Oh, I mean, what word would he know? That means surreptitious, but I'm down.
Oh yeah, I know surreptitious.
Oh, good.
Normand will kind of like reach in and give the big dude a big hug because he looks really sad.
Oh,
We've
thank
got
you.
to help him, Mick.
I mean, if
We'll
you can
help.
find a time when he's when he's in the big top, sometimes he goes and watches the acts, and then you could take it, but don't hurt them because they're good people.
Does he
Oh,
ever
and
go
you
for a
don't.
bath? I always take things off me when I go for a bath.
I think he mostly does that when the carnival's closed.
When are the next acts in the big top?
Oh, they're in all the time at random, but Mr. Witch doesn't go and watch them all. But he'll probably go and watch Palasha when she sings later, but she'll be at the lake for a while first. She'd help you, actually. I reckon she'd help you. And Candlefoot might. Dora would too if you asked.
What was her name? The
Palasha.
Palasha. I don't have a pen.
Palasha.
Wow, somebody wasn't ready to make notes.
Amateur.
Normand is still
would have
hugging
thought
Burley because he still sounds sad.
Burley is hugging him back. Like, there's a big bear hug going on, quite literally.
There's a proper cuddle going on in it.
Would that be the Silver Song Lake?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what,
you'll find her there.
what does she look like?
Oh, she's very pretty, and she has green eyes. Oh, and a tail
Like
with no
mine?
legs.
Wait, what?
No, you have legs. She has no legs. She has a tail instead.
Okay.
Like a fish.
Well,
Yeah, like a fish, but not. She's also a woman. On top.
Mermaid.
Yeah.
okay. We'll go see Palasha.
And if you ask them, Candlefoot and Durla should help you as well, but don't tell Thaco.
Candlefoot, did you say?
Yeah.
That name rings a bell to me.
And where will we find this Candlefoot?
Oh, Candlefoot is outside the Hall of Illusions, mostly taking tickets there.
Oh, he was that. Yeah. That one we had a bit of a dispute with.
Anybody
Alright,
else?
Oh,
She
those
said-
are the ones who are most likely to help you, but you could, just see if anyone else is likely to help. But just don't talk to Thaco, and try not to tell too many people.
Okay.
Why not Thaco?
Or Thaco's not nice. He's mean
Yes, he doesn't look
and he's
very nice.
untrustworthy. Well, he's very, very close with Mr. Witch, and he wouldn't like it if you were trying to steal from them. So, you wouldn't.
Why don't we steal Thaco?
I think you'd have your
a
work
bit
cut out for
unwieldy.
you.
I think we need to steal something small but valuable.
I tell you
Got my
what.
eyes on that
Doesn't look
watch
very big
myself.
to me.
Before we jump to anything, how about we do what any good party would do and split up?
Oh my god, you guys.
That is the best thing you have said all day.
If you
A few of us go
if you
to...
want to know
Yes?
more, the swans will know. I mean, they probably won't help you steal stuff, so don't tell them that's what you're trying to do. But if you want to just learn stuff, the swans are really smart. And Diana's very unhappy lately. She runs the carousel.
I like learning.
Okay. What have you learned?
What have I learned, Dig?
Well, you've learned that you're very good at snail racing,
Yeah, I like snow racing.
and that some people are not actually very happy here at the carnival, and we're going to fix that.
Yeah, I like fixing things. I like making people happy.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
Can I bring my friend? Still hooking him, by the way. I'm talking to Big over.
I think
shoulder.
Burley may need to stay here, unfortunately, but you can see him again.
Yeah.
I
yes,
have
please.
to guard this area.
Makes sense.
Okay.
But please help.
How about
Go on, mate.
if myself and Normand and whoever else would like to, we'll go to the Hall of Illusions and possibly the... Is the carousel close by there?
The carousel's on the other side. It's
Oh,
near
yeah,
Mr.
it is.
Hodges.
Yeah.
So how about myself, Normand, and maybe one other go to the Hall of Illusions, and then the others go to Silver Song Lake. And then we'll meet up at the carousel.
Alright. Just careful if you look in any of those mirrors.
Oh, I don't plan
Casery
on
would
going
like
inside.
Casery would like to go to the Hall of Illusions because she's been there before and she knows what to look for when looking for Candlefoot. And Mados wants to go to Silver Song Lake because it's got the word song in it.
I'm intrigued on this mermaid, so I would go to the lake.
Okay. I take it you're going to the lake, Frank. Oh, you could come with us.
Still looking at that little rabbit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do have some questions for you, actually. We could talk about while we walk.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you want me to go with these to the mermaid to make sure they're safe?
Sounds like a good idea, Norman. I trust them with you. And I will... God, this is going to be a second spell. just in case.
Ooh.
Just in case.
He sounds well practiced at this.
Yeah. Right, so the range of it's 90 foot. I'm assuming that's just to cast it. Hunter's Mark. Until the spell ends, you do... find it if the target drops to you. It doesn't really say... It just says that range of area is 90 foot. It doesn't actually say if it has a distance once it's cast. So would you allow me to put it on and kind of know where he is in the carnival?
I think within the hour you can know. Yeah, I don't think the carnival's too far of a distance for you to worry about.
So yeah, I'll cast.
He's been casting this for the last 3 years, so
I'll cast Hunter's Mark on there.
good at it.
I'll cast Hunter's Mark on Normand just in case he goes missing again.
Cool. Okay, so we're splitting the party, are we?
Yep.
Nice.
We've got a lot of ground to cover.
And so
Okay.
few hours to cover it in.
Mm-hmm.
So K3 is going to Hall of Illusions with...
Igneous and Frank.
Okay, and then Mados is going to Silversong Lake with the other two.
So, while walking to the Hall of Illusions, so Frank, when you shouted out back in that caravan that you knew it about me being from the Feywild, what?
Yeah, it was actually more of a hunch.
How would you know? How would I know? I have no memory of the Feywild, was it?
Yeah, that's it.
How come I don't remember?
Honestly, I don't know. I just know that you seem like home to me.
So you're from the Feywild too?
Yeah. But, I'm also forgetting.
Well, maybe we could help each other. Once this carnival's over, we could try looking for some answers.
I think, once this carnival's over, that's too late for me.
How so?
I need to get back, man.
Do you know how?
No,
Then,
that's why I'm here.
and it may not be too late after the carnival.
Maybe, but, I've been late before. Did, you say you in Waterdeep?
Well, in the forests outside and surrounding. I live in a little cabin. I just venture in whenever I have things to sell, like pelts and beats. Stuff that I hunt.
Well, you know this, pixie that I said brought me here?
Yes?
They brought me to Waterdeep.
Why would they bring you to Waterdeep?
I think they're trying to get me home.
Then I guess we also need to go to the Pixie Kingdom.
Maybe. I mean, it could be a pixie. It could be a sprite. I get them mixed up a bit.
All right, I'm
Like I
sure
say,
I'm sure we'll
starting
figure
to
it out.
forget. Yeah.
And I'd imagine we're at the Hall of Illusions at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get there, and you do see this pale-skinned, monochrome outfitted, very skinny guy in a kind of curved hat and translucent butterfly wings. Everyone else's wings are bright and colourful and patterned, and his are just almost like glass. And he sort of stands outside the Hall of Illusions, quite away from the entrance, just watching, kind of sad faced as people go by. This is Candlefoot.
Bless him.
Nice way to break the mold with your wings.
Are you Candlefoot by any chance? We've... Ignis is kind of fighting with himself now, like how much does he say or should he say? We've been told there's some things going on in the carnival that's making some people, even the staff, unhappy. And I'll lean in a little bit closer and get quieter. I think you may be able to help us. We're looking to fix things. Yes, you. We're looking to fix things and make people happy again. But word has it, yes, you. You've lost your voice. Okay. Well, we can certainly try our best to fix that. Word has it we need to get some information from either Mr. Witch or Mr. Light. But to do that, we may need to take something from them, because they refuse to talk right now. Are you able to help with that? I'll look at Casey and Frank and say, this is harder than I thought.
Kayseri just looks really sad and like she wants to hug him.
Let me try something.
I'm gonna get out my thieves' tools and put them to his neck. And then I'm gonna try casting mending on his vocal cords.
You're just gonna fucking talk to us now.
So you do. Nothing happens, but he does seem to see. He understands what you're trying to do, and he kind of takes them and goes,
Oh shit!
They've actually been taken from you. Where?
Did you sneak in?
roll intelligence checks.
We are not that intelligent.
Is this flat intelligence?
Yeah, you're kind of trying to read body language, so you're just trying to see if you can understand his gestures.
I got a 4.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, so from a 15, you get that. I assume that you guys, with your realize that he's trying to communicate to you that his voice has been stolen. It's not broken;
Yes,
it's been
yeah.
stolen. So by tapping his ear and pointing around, he's insinuating that he hears himself out in the carnival sometimes. so he knows his voice is still here and that somebody's using it, but that it's been taken away from him and it's been being used by somebody else.
Was it taken recently? Do you have a very distinctive voice? Or did you, I guess?
Yes. I'm not sure how we can know which voice is his if we've never heard his voice before.
Melodic voice.
Okay. So listen for something a little bit musical.
I wonder if this is what they were getting at. Someone knew it because it was the voice.
Okay.
The person who's messing things up. They've got the same voice. What if it's his?
How was it taken? Did they use anything specific, or was it magic?
Magic.
I just thought pixie dust.
Miming is hard, guys.
I know.
You're doing
All
good.
right.
You're doing quite well, to be fair.
I guess we'll listen out for a melodic voice. I guess the best we can do is possibly meet up with the others while we're walking around to just listen.
Yeah. Was it high or low?
Flat.
Great news. Perfect.
Perfect.
So basically, he mimes that he can come with you and listen and let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. What
Also,
can any of us-
intelligence checks again,
Final
guys.
Oh, I'm glad we split the party. Yeah, I guess we'll start walking
Intelligence is
around
my
with
best skill.
Nice. Okay.
Start walking
he
around
kind
with
of-
them then.
Just like falls in line and starts following you around.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll just
I'm gonna leave that there, and we will jump over. Oh, come here. We'll jump over to the other group at the Song Lake.
I hope they're as bad as us, Lewis.
Oh, you know for a fact they're not going to be.
It's literally just going to be, hi, can you help us? Sure.
Yeah. Yes, because I can convey meaning.
In fairness, you guys picked the one area where I can't talk, so
Yeah.
you know it makes it harder. Okay, the other three of you walk over to where the Silver Song Lake is, and you can see here there is the gondola swans, which are the like boat swans floating around, giving lifts to people, and they do seem very chatty as they swim lazily around the lake. You can see that mist gathers across the shimmering lake, and near the center you see that there is a mermaid in a giant bowl. It is suspended above the lake, so she's kind of like in a big fish bowl hanging over the lake, and she sings this song that you heard actually at the Big Top Extravaganza. You heard her singing this glorious haunting song, and you can see loads of people are just either sitting in the gondola swans or standing along the edge of the lake, and they're just watching her, captured by her singing. And as she sings, the lake water swoops up around her and turns into sculptures and patterns, and it just kind of flows with the song, and they twist and turn around her bowl as she performs. What would you like to do?
So what? She's in the middle of that lake.
Yep. In a bubble.
Ooh. It's going to be quite hard to get a word out to her.
So you do notice that there is the crowd along the edge. The gondola swans go in and out of the lake. You've also seen the dragonfly rides going, and so you know that you can ride on dragonflies if you'd like, and all these sorts of things. You make perception checks.
Okay.
Ooh. Dirty 20.
18.
Okay. In that case, you both, your eyes are caught by a rather stern-looking older gentleman who leans back and calls out, "Pick a different song, love. It's been the same one every time I've stopped here. Get a bit of, variety going on." And then as he stops speaking, you keep your eyes trained on him, and you notice as he turns past somebody, this man doesn't exit the other side of somebody, a small feathered creature does. And this creature zigzags through the crowd and then passes somebody else. And when they pass that somebody, they stop being a small feathered creature, and they're now a young lady walking up to the edge. "It's a terrible voice anyway. You can't sing for toffee." And again, the lady moves on and disappears, and the feathered creature is seen again.
It's not very nice.
Why have I got a funny feeling that this is said person causing the trouble that Witch and Light were talking about?
I don't like trouble.
You know.
Should we stop him from making trouble?
Yeah. I like the way you think. Come on. Let's pay this heckler a visit. You mean, Normand?
Yeah. I'll pick him up. I can get you there really quick if you want.
I'm intrigued. Get suspicious.
Mados is like following along.
Normand will start winding his arm back and ready to throw him.
Oh, fuck. I regret this. I regret this.
Right, make...
Oh, I thought you wanted to get there quickly.
Do it. Do it, man. I can
Normand
take
throws
it.
Wait. Make an investigation check, and then make a strength check. And
Investigation.
Matt, I need you to make a dexterity check.
What, not
guarantee I'm
Matt-
feeling anything investigative.
Not
Matt, yours is
acrobat.
going to be a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, gee. Oh, wait. I'm proficient in that. That's all right.
Do you need
Oh,
the
shit.
investigation
Oh, wait.
first?
Oh, wait. That's not bad. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
-1.
Cool.
And
Oh,
then
good.
what was it?
Strength.
Athletics. Strength.
Yeah, athletics is fine.
Good.
Oh, how many points of damage do I take?
23.
Okay, cool. You lost sight of the creature, but you're fairly certain you know roughly the direction it was headed in, and you just pitch this human teenager as high and far as you can, and he goes "Wah!" across the top of the heads of crowds, not really aiming towards the creature because you didn't make your aim very well. Matt, what was your dexterity saving throw?
It was 16, actually. So...
Okay, so you manage as you fall to not land on a child.
That's the best description you could hope for, isn't it?
You
Oh,
instead
wow,
land
that's
next to a group of small children. You hit the ground and you roll and roll. You're unhurt, apart from perhaps your dignity. But you don't know where this creature's gone.
Oh, you bloody... One job. Oh,
You are quite a way away from Norman and Mados now.
I didn't land on my cat, did I?
Your cat, being a familiar, can get out of the way pretty quickly.
Oh, I just...
What do you want to do?
Yeah, but now we're all split up, so we can cover a better ground.
Okay, In that case, both of you make investigation checks again.
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
Ooh, beautiful. 23.
Okay, nice. And Normand?
8. My
You have-
investigation is quite heavily in the negatives.
You've no idea where this creature has gone, and actually you've kind of gotten distracted because one of the swans came past and they were speaking to somebody, and you tried to listen into that conversation. So you're just kind of watching them go across the lake now. It's a pretty lake, and there's some really nice music here, and that's about as much as you remember. Mados is kind of like tugging on your sleeve a little bit. But however, Kellior, you manage to spot a flurry of feathers as this creature changes form again, and you are able to locate this creature should you like to approach.
I would stealthily.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Oh. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
I'm a rogue, guys, and I got a natural 1.
Aww, it's so cute. Add it to the list. Make a note of your natural 1. Okay, so you instantly go into stealth mode. You kind of like hunker down a little bit, lean forward, try to move as quietly as you can towards this creature. However, your cat is quite disgruntled about having to be rolled on, and so crawls out and hisses at you. And as it does, the creature turns, and it's kind of mid-shift, and the whatever it was shifting into drops, and you see a feathered face with a large beak jutting forwards. You see a blue tattered robe, a pair of fairy wings, and the clawed feet of a kenku, who looks at you and is startled and instantly starts running.
Yeah. Charging after it.
Okay, cool.
Cue Benny Hill music.
I do
Well,
hang on.
Will Madoff have brought this to Norman's attention?
It's up to Kelly, or if he wants to shout back to you guys, then he can.
Yeah, you go.
Norman
so-
will start heading in
As
that
Kelly
direction.
shouts back. Yeah, and I'm just gonna. Oh, hang on. Whoa, what did I do? Sorry, guys.
That's right.
Looked away and everything went wrong. Okay, why don't you like that? That's because I'm pushing the wrong button. There we go.
Well, for God's sake.
You're now in a chase. Okay, so this Kenku sees you and goes barreling backwards towards the ticket booth, towards the Calliope music, towards the main thoroughfare of the place. So as she goes, she dodges around this long line of people who are stood waiting for one of the attractions, and anyone who's running that way now needs to make a dexterity saving throw for me. I'm actually going to do Mados as well, I might as well. He would have given chase too. Ooh. How did we do?
15.
Okay.
17.
Ooh, somebody got Dexy. So you two both deftly wend your way between the people in this queue who were all kind of like getting upset and calling out because this enormous half-orc just ran between them and pushed them apart. Medos did not roll as well, and so gets kind of caught and falls behind a bit. I'm going to just do this quick. He falls behind and is lost amongst the crowd. But you guys do keep your eyes on her, and you watch as she leaps over a short fence. Make a dexterity check. Make a dexterity saving throw, please, to leap over and avoid what is on the other side.
Okay. Oh, better. 19.
Can I see what's on the other side?
You probably can, because you're probably yeah, you're tall enough. They've fenced off an area where they put their waste, and this happens to be lots and lots and lots of the candy apple on a stick sticks.
I got lucky. I was at two minds whether or not to try barreling through the fence. Dex 17.
Okay, you're fine. You leap over and you are not impaled by any candy apple sticks as you continue your run through here. Okay. She keeps running, you keep chasing her down. How far can each of you go in a round? What's your speed?
30.
30.
Okay, so Norman can move at 60 if he uses his action to dash. Kelly, or would you be as a rogue? Do you want to rethink that?
Probably use my mage hand to get over here.
Okay, how far does your mage hand go?
Oh, that's a good point, actually. 30 feet.
Okay. I will say that you'll probably catch up to her soon if you're using your mage hand. She does turn, however, to make a quick attempt to lose you by running through a maze of barrels and crates just to one side of one of the food stalls. So, again, make a dexterity check for me. This is either acrobatics or intelligence.
Intelligence?
Mm-hmm. So you can work out where to go.
I'm going to use my intelligence. It's better than my acrobatics.
What? You are a rogue.
Yeah, but
Not
I'm
a very
also
good
an
one.
arcane trickster. I beg to differ because that was a 21.
Okay, you make it through.
I'm assuming that is in front of me since I took off chasing afterwards.
Mhm.
And I just push it all out of the way instead.
Make a strength check.
Oh my god.
20.
You're fine. Yeah, you just come up to it and just shove everything out of the way as Kelly like zigzags around in front of you, and you're just like, it's very much like in Shrek where the guy's running through the queue and Shrek's just like,
Yeah.
just pushing on through. It's basically that. You watch as she, in her attempt to get away from you, ducks under a witch light hand who is carrying a tray of the fairy cakes that you recognise from your eating contest earlier. And as she goes, she kind of flings a wing up and catches the tray. It goes everywhere. Everything gets covered in custard, including the ground. It is now incredibly slippery. You're going to have to make another dexterity check, a saving throw, please, to avoid slippery custard.
I'm actually scared to roll this.
16.
Okay.
24.
Okay, you're both really good at this, and it's custard. So, actually, Norman, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. 3.
Okay, you get distracted because custard. This stuff tastes good. There is also little bits of fairy cake still wedged in it, so you just start eating. You are no longer part of the chase.
That was a natural one for whoever's keeping score.
Nice, cool. Kelly, or make an attack roll with your mage hand. So I guess just unarmed attack roll.
What, not my spell attack?
Oh no, yeah, spell attack would make sense. Yeah.
I say it's a +6 for that. Yeah, 22.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. You throw your mage hand forwards and you catch hold of the cloak of this Kenku and you pull her to a halt and it just kind of lifts up slightly, so she's just hovering off the ground. She now can't go anywhere. You have her caught.
Oh, I just bring her back in. Oh, what was it about, hey? I was just there. Catching my breath. Now, the only reason someone would run is if they were doing something wrong. Take it from me, I know when I'm doing wrong about something, so I know all about running away. So, what's so
I'm
done
not-
about heckling the audience?
I'm not trying to do anything terrible. I'm just trying to disrupt the carnival.
Why?
Because I need to speak to the carnival owners. I need answers, and they won't give me them.
What kind of questions have you got for said owners?
They know how to help me help Sablina.
Oh, okay. Well, if I put you down, perhaps you and I could work tete-a-tete. We're trying to get some answers. If questions are balanced between us both, we might be able to help each other.
How do I know I can trust you?
You can't. Just like I don't know if I can trust you. At the end of the day, we know something funny is going on here in this carnival. And you know there's something behind it as well. Wouldn't you like it all to stop if you need help with this insert name that you said here I missed?
So it's, probably said it wrong as well, actually, in a hurry. Zybilna. So Zybilna.
Okay.
How far away is
You
Normand
help.
during this exchange?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
11.
Okay, I'd say that's enough to have stopped eating the custard, although you did scoop up a large amount and kind of have it like using your hands as a cup, and you're just like taking licks. But
Ground
you have wandered over with your ground custard to where Kellior is now, and Madas has caught you up as well.
Normand will put what's left of the custard in his pocket.
Yep.
Sorry, what am I
Yeah.
rolling?
Of course
We
he
can
does.
help you.
Nothing, Matt. You don't need to roll anything at the moment.
Oh.
Norman's just catching up.
Unless you want to head back and eat some custard, don't bother rolling a wisdom.
Yeah.
Nah, you're alright.
We can help you. You look like you need some help. Are you lost?
No. I just need to be taken seriously. I need someone to talk to me.
I'm
I need
talking
to talk
you.
to. I need to talk to Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
Do we know them? And he'll ask.
Yeah.
Kellior.
Yeah. Remember those two folk in that caravan like half an hour ago?
No.
One with a watch, one with a
Oh, I
stick.
remember the watch. He has
You
a
spoke
chain.
to
Yes.
them?
Yeah.
They were very nice.
If a little devious.
They are. They know something.
They
I
know what they
overheard
are at
them.
the same time.
I overheard them.
Same.
Listen. And she switches into what you recognise as Mr. Light's voice, although it sounds harsher and more agitated than you've heard it before. Someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. And then she opens her beak again, and you hear Mr. Witch's reply. We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the coven take what it wants, In return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? She closes her beak.
Perfect.
How did you do that?
I'm a Kenku. We steal people's voices and use them.
Stealing's bad.
Well, that's all I have.
So whose voice are you
Otherwise-
using right now?
One of the witch-like hands.
Okay. There's some kind of coven involved. Witches? Hags?
I don't know. That's all I heard.
There's definitely something. Oh boy. It's like I've been given all the pieces of the puzzle and I'm missing a little bit here and there to make the full piece. Come on, brave, think.
Ig would know what to do. He always knows what to do.
It'd be worth relaying that onto a yes. Maybe Frank as well.
Yeah, I like Frank. He's my best friend.
No, Ignis is your best friend.
Ignis is my best friend.
Yes,
Do
you
I
got
like
it.
Frank?
I think it's still early days, but I don't think he's. I think he's all right. It's still
Yeah.
early to judge.
He's alright. I like you.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Do you like you?
Pardon?
Never mind. All right. Season though we're willing to help you out, Miss Kenku. I think names are needed here. I'm Kellyart Androsi. And this here is my partner in crime, Normand.
Ooh,
Metaphorically
don't
speaking,
do
of course.
crime.
Metaphorically speaking, Normand. And
Who let these two pair up?
We'll do this abbreviate. Met. Repeat after me, Normand. Met.
Met. For metaphorically.
There you go.
Close enough.
What does that mean?
That was. You know what? I don't want you to burst a blood vessel. We'll talk about it later.
Mados steps forward and offers his hand. Says, "My name's Mados," and she says, "My name's Kettlesteam."
What a pretty name.
Thank you.
Now, we've been kind of advised. Well, I've definitely seen it myself. That something about witch and light. They're definitely hiding something, but they're not willing to play ball. But we've been advised they might be able to play ball if we leaned the balance of offering towards us, like getting our hands on something precious of theirs.
Ooh, the clown.
Yes,
I think that's a good idea. I could help.
Now, dealing such item, I'm pretty good at. Pretty nimble with my fingers here. Distractions and diversions always add a little element to my game.
I'm very good at those. I can make myself look like somebody else.
Not seen. I can only do that with this face paint that I was given session 1.
4 hours ago? 5 hours ago?
Something like that. So we just need to think of an idea of being able to, first of all, attract Mr. Witch. How to distract him. And then what opportunity to cause this diversion to be able to steal this watch? I get the feeling that this stick thing that Mr. Light carries around might be a bit harder to take away from him. He's
He
always got
always
it
has
in
his
his
eyes
hand.
on that. Hmm.
Whereas the watch, he puts it in his pocket every now and then. I miss it's on a chain.
I can help. I can be a distraction.
I'll deal with the chain and everything. All right, Miss
She
Kettlestein.
holds out her wing for a handshake.
I clasp it, give it a little shake.
Deal.
What should I do?
Be a distraction as well here for Miss Kettlestein. I think we're going on a heist.
I'm just going to pause
I
there.
like heists.
Are we thinking of playing past 10 o'clock? Are you guys okay to stay up for a bit longer?
Yeah.
Should be alright for
Yeah,
about 11.
Maybe a bit longer than 10. Not, I wouldn't be able to do quite 11, I don't think.
Okay.
half 10.
Well,
But
if we're going to go
half ten's
for
fine. Half ten's
if we're
fine.
going to go for a bit longer, I am going to need a quick break. So if you guys don't
Okay.
mind, since we've just struck a deal, we'll pause there and we'll be back in a few minutes.
You do it.
Sound.
Yeah.
Stick it on the intro screen for a bit.
I know surreptitiously.
There we go. We're
Okay.
back.
So, just before we took our quick break, Group A had gone and spoken to, or not spoken to,
Oh, we
Candlefoot,
spoke to him.
who had told them that his voice had been stolen through mime.
He just didn't speak back.
That's true. That's fair. I'll give you that. Group B managed to track down and capture a Kenku who had been causing all kinds of problems in the carnival, who are unaware that they actually have in their hands the voice thief herself. You spoke to her, and she seems to be aligned with you wanting to steal something from one of the masters of the carnival. So I assume Group A, will you be going to Pixie Kingdom, or would you be wandering back to look for the others?
If we're just looking for his voice, we'd probably just be wandering around rather than going anywhere specific, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Frank would be interested in going through Pixie Kingdom. But he wouldn't be overly forceful on that matter.
I mean, we could walk
Okay.
through. There's a path
Yeah,
that goes.
yeah.
Yeah, we'd walk through there then.
Sure. Okay, cool. We'll
Have we just
jump
threw you
back
off?
to you guys then.
Sorry. God damn it,
That's cool.
Frank.
Okay. So as you come back round this way, you see that there is an oak tree there that shelters a miniaturized version of a fairground. The heart of which you see is a little Ferris wheel that seems to be attached to a small barrel. The barrel is spinning. And whatever is spinning the barrel is then in turn turning the Ferris wheel. You see a tiny circle of minuscule wagons and candy stalls, and a pixie sits cross-legged in the hollow of the tree, which is the entrance to this realm. Are you going to go and interact with them? You do, I will say, Frank, you do notice this pixie does not look much like the sprite that talks to you.
Right, okay. Frank will take one look at the pixie and be like, nah. And then just walk off.
Are you sure, Frank? Frank?
Yeah,
I
that
guess.
ain't no pixie.
Well,
Okay.
it says Pixie Kingdom.
Yeah, I know what it says.
Okay. All the while listening out for this melodic voice.
Okay. So the way that you're continuing round, I'm going to say that you won't hear the interaction, because I know I'm gesturing on my screen, like you can see what I'm looking at. But I will actually move some people around. So you're coming this way because you came past Pixie Kingdom, so you're headed in this direction.
Yeah.
You guys will have chased. She'd have headed back this way. So you guys will probably be near here. With Kettlestein, because she would have been heading back into the main area where there's most people. Yeah, so you've got a bit of time before they meet up with you, Group B, if there's anything else you'd like to do.
Probably just head over to the carousel.
Okay. With Kettlestein in tow, or are you letting her go?
I mean, I've let her go, but I probably would have tried to have persuaded her to join us.
Yeah, Normand would have asked her to come with.
Okay. Either one of you make a persuasion check with advantage, or both of you roll separately.
They did make a deal.
But that wasn't for her to stay with them. That was for her to help them.
Okay. I'm pretty good at persuasions.
Go on, Matt. I'll give you the advantage.
Thank you.
What am I persuaded?
I'm not fucking joking. I rolled 2 natural 3s.
Oh, Matt.
Oh,
Matt. Ah.
But what's your persuasion modifier?
Plus 6.
Fucking 20.
So I got 9.
okay. Okay. She's not convinced that she should be. She's worried that if she stays in one place too long or hangs with one group for too long, the workers of the carnival will find her and eject her from the carnival. So she asks you to return to the Silversong Lake when you're ready to put your plan into action, and that she will keep an eye out there for you and join you when you're ready.
Okay.
So she heads back to the lake, and you are heading to the carousel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following Calior.
Okay, so you'll head probably this way round towards the carousel. Group A,
Just,
continuing round.
I guess we said we were going to meet up at the carousel once we've been to our places, so I guess we just continue round towards the carousel.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I mean, I guess you know where Normand is, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
we'll
good
just
point.
follow
Yeah.
that.
okay, so in the interest of like not having you guys separated for very long because we're a small party today, I'll say that you all kind of meet up and make your way around towards the carousel pretty quickly.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I spent fucking ages looking for that.
And
Or
we
for
have
the carousel.
Candlefoot in tow, don't we?
And you do have Candlefoot with you, yes.
As we get there, I'll say, "Hello, Normand.
Hello.
Did you have fun?"
I'll
Manny.
turn to Calior and say, did we have fun?
Well, I like to think you did. You ate a lot of custard again.
I like custard. I had fun.
I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Did you have a nice time?
Well, we came across Candlefoot here, and it turns out somebody has stolen his voice.
Hello, Calior.
So we're currently trying to find his voice.
Can I help? Normand will lift up his feet and look under his feet and...
Candlefoot kind of smiles at you and like tries to mime a thank you.
I mean, how on earth is he knowing what his... how are you finding his voice? I mean, how's he
Well,
described it?
That's why he's
How the
with
bloody
us.
hell did it?
He knows
Have
his
you looked in
voice.
the have you looked in the last place that you had it?
Yeah, it wasn't there. He said it's melodic, and it's not high, but not low.
Would I have had an inkling that I may have heard such a
Make
voice
an
before?
intelligence check, because she did say that the way they speak is by stealing voices. So let's see if you can connect the dots.
Intelligence 19.
Absolutely, yeah, you connect the dots instantly. You know somebody who steals voices, and you've just been told that somebody stole a voice.
Oh, for God's sake. I think I might know who it is. And we just let her go.
Well, do
You did what?
you know where she is?
Yeah, said just be waiting by the... Did you say the Silversong Lake?
Well, let's go to the lake.
Oh, I like lakes.
Come on, Candlefoot. I'm sure Normand will help us find your voice.
Oh,
Are you all
Yeah.
going to the
I like
lake?
helping.
Yeah, I'll go. Definitely.
Okay, cool.
I put so much trust in that bloody Kenku.
Everybody moves around to the lake.
I will start
Hey,
looking
dude,
for a
come on.
Kenku because he just said it.
Yeah, same.
Well,
Okay.
it's a Kenku that most of the time doesn't look like a Kenku.
There's custard
Um,
round here.
Custard's probably about
Past tense.
here.
You ate it all.
Just kind of gooey on the ground over there. You see a small child with blonde pigtails kind of makes eye contact with Kellior and starts walking towards you, and then sees Candlefoot and freezes.
How far away?
She's probably about 10 foot away.
I am going to use my rabbit hop and jump 10 feet straight to her.
I'm also going to
Ooh.
use... Because it's still in the hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to her.
Right. Good call. Yeah. Good idea. Okay.
Brilliant, yeah.
So you bunny hop over
Yeah,
and
and
land right next to her.
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting
Hey.
for her to.
Are you just
This-
appearing next to her, or?
I'll jump there and go. I hear you steal voices, kid.
She looks terrified and backs up, and she's ready to run.
It's alright.
Okay, can I do an insight check to see if I have just accidentally scared a child?
Roll an insight check.
18.
No, she was fine until she looks like she's trying to run away from you because she's clearly looked at Candlefoot and at Kellior, and she's made a connection, and she's getting ready to run away if she's in trouble. And you do kind of
Okay.
make it sound like she's in trouble.
10 foot away was she?
Although you're close to breaking your pact there.
Oh shit.
I hear you're pretty good at stealing voices, kid.
You might as well stay
Yeah.
and talk because I'll be
I
able
say
to
while I
find you.
grapple her.
Okay, make a strength check, make a persuasion check. At disadvantage because she's being grappled by a horrible
God
bunny.
damn it, rabbit!
Yes, that's 3.
Oh, Jesus Louise.
Jesus. Persuasion.
Yeah.
9. Would have been
Every
a
time I
13.
open a section, you're all like, "Hey, we're gonna go somewhere else now." So give me a sec. What was the persuasion check?
9.
Oh my god! So you didn't manage to grapple her or persuade her, so
No.
she's gonna start moving away from you at a pace.
In that case, I'm going to put on my armor, which suddenly just envelops my entire body, including my head, my ears, kind of fold into it. And now I'm just in kind of this mecha suit.
Like fucking rabbit Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
All the things I wish I knew before I started playing D&D.
Candlefoot's gonna look helpless and sort of try and go forwards after her.
All we want is his voice back. And then he can help us. Help everybody.
I'm chasing her down, shouting, "You're
She's
my
running.
ticket home, little lady!"
She is running.
Then
I'm
I
chasing.
will... I don't think I can actually do my wings. My wings only once a day, aren't they? Are they?
Oh, I love that there's this giant metal bunny chasing after a small crying child in this carnival.
Yeah. My speed is 35 feet now that I'm wearing the armor.
Okay, you'll catch her quite quickly. I'm just going to knock the mood down slightly because you guys have caused quite a ruckus doing this.
God damn it, Frank.
You do catch
Frank
up to her.
doesn't care.
Troublemaker, ain't you?
The gem node in the center of the armor's chest is going to start glowing. I'm gonna be like,
Stop right there.
Make an intimidation check.
Just finally come to this.
Thought we were doing so well keeping everybody
You were
happy.
so nice to people.
so that's a 6.
Yeah, you're scary, but she's not scared still. She's just scared to run, so she's gonna turn and keep trying to run away.
How much noise does this suit make, and are people running away screaming?
It's making quite a lot of noise. People aren't running away screaming. They seem to be trying to work out if this is part of the carnival and one of the acts, but with more of the shouting going on, more and more people are becoming
Would
less
Normand
and
have
less
heard it
sure.
all from where the custard is?
Yes.
He recognised where the custard was and walked up.
She's actually running towards you and the custard right now.
Ah. Well, Normand would definitely have at least one handful of custard when she approached.
Okay. What would you like to do
What am I
as she
seeing?
approaches you?
Is this a child being chased down by a giant
You're seeing a
robot
very scared-looking child being chased by a giant robot bunny. That's exactly what you see.
I will shout to Normand. Normand, that's the voice thief. Can you grab her, please?
Oh. And then Normand will grab the running
Okay.
child.
Make a strength or athletics check at disadvantage because you are slippery from custard.
Do I get to choose whether it's
Yeah, you
strength
can
or
choose
athletics?
between those. Yeah.
Okie dokie. 18. That's with disadvantage.
Okay. You absolutely managed to grab a hold of her, and you're holding her tight, and she's not going anywhere despite the slippery custardness. She actually seems appalled that she's now covered in custard that's dripping off of you. But you have her held. You've got her. She's not going
Can
anywhere.
I obviously don't know that the robot rabbit is Frank.
Mm-mm.
Can I hold the robot rabbit at arm's length? How close
I
are
would
you following?
say you can put your arm out to make him stop. So I think then it will be probably an, I don't know, because it's armor, so I don't know if that would be dexterity. Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can stop your bunny armor self before you run into. Sorry, Frank needs to make the check before you run into
yeah.
a very big, solid half orc arm.
Did you say dexterity check or save?
Save.
This is essentially the rocketing the hot
6.
plate.
Yeah, that's what it is, and you just like clang against his hand, and you're stopped and you're knocked prone. You don't come to any harm. You just fall over, and you now have Normand. You have a small crying child in one arm, and the other arm is kind of sore because a metal rabbit just ran into it.
What's going on? Why are you running? Why is that rabbit chasing you?
I
Where's
didn't
my
do
custard?
anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong.
Do I
I'm going to take
recognise
the
the voice?
helmet down.
And Igneous will be walking up to them as well. Just say again, Normand,
Hello.
that's the person who stole Candlefoot's voice. We're
The
just
rabbit
trying to
stole the
get it
voice.
back. No, the little girl in your arms.
Oh, hello.
Hello. At this point, Candlefoot will arrive as well.
Oh, hello.
Kelly, are you there too, or did you stay put?
I was staying put. So it was kind of like I felt like an idiot that this Kenku bloody tricked me or something like that.
Okay. She will glare over at where Kellior is standing. I didn't do anything wrong. I was waiting here for him.
He's my
Last
friend.
time I checked, theft is wrong.
Yeah, theft is wrong.
But I needed the voice. I needed a voice. I needed something I could use to speak my own words, not somebody else's.
Have you not got a voice?
Not of my own. I have to copy everyone else's.
Well,
Copy
ain't
what
that
I-
sad?
Because
Take
I can
my
only
voice.
copy. Are you sure?
Norman,
Will it help?
Come here.
It would, but you wouldn't be able to talk anymore.
Will you give the stolen voice back?
Norman, you can't give her your voice. You need to be able to speak.
But it'll help.
I'm sure we
Who
can.
will it help?
I'm sure we
Will
can
you-
come to some sort of deal.
If the rabbit stops chasing the little girl and the little elf gets its voice back, it doesn't matter.
Of course
We
it
can share my
matters.
voice.
Your voice is yours, nobody else's.
Look,
So it's mine to give away.
I'm sorry I stole his voice, and if I could have another voice, that would be wonderful, but I cannot give up having my own voice because nobody else knows about Prismere, and I can't go there, and so I need people
Well-
to go there for me and help me out.
Tell us about Prismere. What is wrong?
It's a good question, guys, and I had this up the first time you caught her.
See, you had the stupid guy asking the questions the first time we caught her.
Oh, my players are so much fun. Look, Prismere is part of the Feywild, and it's where my patron lives. She's an archfey, and I haven't heard from her in a long time, and nobody will tell me what's going on. And I know this carnival is linked to it. I know it is. They won't tell me anything. I just
Whoa,
need
whoa, whoa, whoa,
someone.
whoa. Are you from the Feywild?
No, I met Zybilna a while ago, and we made a pact. I help her, and she helps me, but I haven't heard from her in a really long time, and I can't travel to the Feywild. That's part of the pact. I'm not allowed to go back there
Why not?
because I shouldn't have been there in the first place. I kind of got there by accident.
How?
Calm down, Frank.
Please stop being
This isn't helping.
It was about 10 years ago. I was just on my way home, and I wandered through what I thought was my wood, and then it wasn't my wood. It was somewhere very strange, and I didn't know where I was. And then I found this archfey, and she said she could send me home, but she wanted me to help her because she wanted to do stuff on this plane but couldn't come here. And she said if I agreed to never be allowed back there and agreed to help her, that she would give me special powers and send me home. So I agreed. Now I can't go back there and see her, and she can't come here and see me, and I haven't heard from her in a very long time, and I'm worried. And I can't say that if I don't have my voice.
We could say it
Do
for
you want
you.
me to say it, and then you can just repeat it?
That would be really helpful.
I'll relay it back to her.
She'll
But
nod, and
I'll
then
get some of the names wrong.
she will take the time to stop you and teach you the names, and will slow you
Okay.
down and make you say it properly until she
Okay.
has it
Okay.
exactly how she wants it. And then, if I give him his voice back, will you help me?
Of course.
If you come with us, you can borrow mine when you need it.
And she goes over and she lays her hands on Candlefoot's chest, and she starts muttering a few things and moving her hands through some motions. And there's like a light glowing through her hands into him, and she pulls them back. You stay with us, you can borrow my voice when you need to.
Norman, she sounded just
Candle.
like you.
Yeah.
And Candlefoot. Thank you. 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 And as he
Alright,
moves his hands
alright.
forwards, he uses you see sparks and fireworks flow out of them. Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, Now I am the
Okay,
DM.
We're back to normal, guys.
Hey,
I'm
we
the-
thought
I'm
we
the
were going to
DM
make
now.
it with no
It was going
technical
too well, wasn't
difficulties.
it?
He'll be back.
He
Oh,
always
really
is.
crap.
Yeah, Candlefoot just starts using prestidigitation and producing fireworks and sparkly effects with his hands and laughing and enjoying having the use of his voice.
So, Candlefoot, do you think you can help us with our task?
Yes, yes, of course I can, and I will. I will. Oh, and he looks out over the lake. I will. I have to do something. First, though, I have to talk to someone. I'm really sorry. Thank you so much for this. It's amazing, and I will help you. I promise. If you just come and find me when you're ready, and you can see him starting to head for the lake.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Can I see it? Because is he quite? What's the word I'm looking? Smitten.
Make an
With
insight check.
Oh. Now I get the natural 20.
Yeah, he is very much eyes solidly on the mermaid and heading that way quick. Yeah, there's definitely something there.
Right. Well, no wonder he wanted his voice back. I think he wants to tell the fish lady that he has well, just has a thing for her. That's quite cute,
What
really.
thing?
Well, when a fairy boy and a fish girl love each other very much, they get
All
certain
right,
privileges.
all right, Kelly. That's enough for now.
But
Well,
I wanted to know.
He just likes her very much.
Oh, why I like you very much.
You do.
hmm.
Maybe not in the same way, but very much.
You hear a splash and assume that he reached the lake.
Can I just check what the Kenku is doing? Because I dropped out for a second there.
Oh, she gave him his voice back and just kind of is stood looking sheepishly.
Okay, so she's still
She's
with us.
still with
sound.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Did she come back over to Normand?
Yeah, she didn't go far from you anyway. She's still pretty close.
If she was in arm's reach, Normand would have just picked her up again, just instinctively.
Okay.
Oh.
She's like,
Still doesn't really trust everyone else around. It's still a little bit aggressive feeling around here.
I think we have.
You hear the voice from the lake stop briefly. And then when it does start up again, it is a happy, delightful, and joyful song, and the water dances energetically around the lake.
Right. Our mood marker has moved back up, so let's keep it that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
high five.
Right.
No more scaring small children, guys.
I think
Well,
we have one more
promises.
place to go.
I say we keep her with us. If she can't get us back, then maybe Light can.
That little pirate boy?
Oh, guys,
What?
we just have such a campaign hit.
It's really difficult. It's really difficult every
It's
time I
so
hear
hard.
Yeah,
Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, like, no.
not that one.
Wrong one.
So I think
What's the
carousel,
party?
and then off to the carousel, then I think back to the staff area to get this done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to come with us? Looking down at I can't remember the shapeshifter's name.
Kettle steam.
Kettle Steam. I wrote that down. I should have known it.
Come with us.
Oh, you can stay with me. I'll keep you safe. And all that.
She kind of nods. She does not look pleased at being carried around like a doll, but she's kind of given up at this point. She's just going with it. Yeah, so you guys can move back round to the carousel. Give me a sec. So fun,
I
guys.
thought you would be going back there.
I should just have all of these open. Yeah, just have loads of tabs open. That's what I should do.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. You arrive at the carousel. You see a procession of wooden horses, some winged, some horned, standing motionless on a circular wooden platform. You can see a lot of fairgoers have just finished being on a ride. They are climbing off the horses and making their way back out past a female centaur who seems to be in charge of this ride. The horses seem still and ready for new riders at this point.
I'll just say to the group, so we're looking for somebody called Diana, who's apparently unhappy. I think it's just information we need here.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna take my armor off.
Okay.
I'm just a bunny again.
Oh. Okay.
So how does
What
the
it's like?
centaur look? Happy, unhappy?
So you see a brown and white speckled body for the horse with gold ribbon mixed into its tail. You see a girl in the same coloration on her skin with dark black hair with a ribbon through it. She has big blue butterfly wings and she looks... She's not excited, happy, thrilled, but it's not the same look that you saw on, for example, Candlefoot or the Mermaid. It's just kind of like a look of acceptance of her life.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. You're very
You got a
tall.
pearly ribbon.
Thank you. Would you like to ride?
That'd be nice.
Fuck's sake, Norman.
Normand would not have got that double entendre.
Absolutely not, no.
That wasn't Normand. Normand will already be holding his soggy ticket.
What were you
Okay.
gonna say then?
And she'll move forward to punch a hole in it. Well, welcome to the carousel. I'm Diana, and it's one punch to ride.
Thank you. And he's already
Welcome.
climbing onto one of the horses, still
Okay.
holding onto Kettlesney.
Enjoy yourself, Normand. I'll watch for this one.
Hang on, I have to do something because I was not prepared for you to bring her with
a
you.
ticket?
Oh,
Yes.
shit, that means something's happening. This isn't just going to be a ride on a carousel, is it?
Oh.
We get that.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is one of the maps I made myself. So enjoy. You can tell because it's crap. It's like 3 things put together. Pick
I
a
mean,
horse.
it looks like a carousel.
Thank you. Pick a horse.
I want this one.
Oh, now hang on.
Right.
Only Normand has had his
that
ticket
one.
punched, so Normand has the
Oh.
first pick.
Oh,
You can
fair
move.
enough.
You should be able to move yourself over to the horse,
Oh, yeah, there I am.
and I guess
These
Kettlestrom
big horses.
too, if you're still holding on to her.
Which ones? Yeah, thank you.
Normand,
Okay.
punch her ticket too.
Oh yeah, Diana will punch the ticket.
Has she got a ticket?
Yes, she has. Yeah.
Right.
I'm also just going
I
to do
feel like Frank was trying to get her in trouble then.
Ooh. Yeah, well, I'll get my ticket punched and I'm actually going to go to the flaming horse.
Normand would have been a lot more bashful if you'd put that picture up earlier.
Oh, sorry. I had her name on it, and you hadn't gotten that far yet. So anyone who is having their ticket punched, make a note of it because you need to. Climb yourselves aboard a horse and make a perception check for me, please.
I'm on 4 punches. That
That's
doesn't
quite
seem
good.
enough.
I don't think we've.
Snails,
Yeah,
The
I tried
Mine
counting it
Train.
earlier. Yeah.
Feasting
Mhm.
Orchard.
But then it was the big top,
Ah,
which we didn't
oh,
get our
okay,
ticket
that'll
punch.
take a punch.
No, Big Top
Yeah.
doesn't take a punch. That's just
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
just done.
4's good. Cool. Perception.
Punches.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Perception.
Anybody else riding? K3 will obviously want to
Yeah.
ride.
Oh, for fuck's sake! No.
Gonna put her on a
11.
unicorn.
That's, I got 7.
Igneous is not riding.
Okay, fair enough. No, Midas will stay with you actually. Okay, so anyone who rolled over a 15, you'll notice as you climb on that the horses all have on the rein set that they have on them. You can see some of the names are easy to read, and other name tags have been worn away and they're indecipherable.
How did Kettle Steam do on the perception check?
I will roll for her. Not great.
That's fine, so neither of us have a clue.
Oh. Okay, so
What's mine called?
what was your perception check?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Which one of you climbed onto? That one. So
The
that one.
winged one on the right.
So that one's name is clearly written on it, and that one's name is Pride.
I thought you were just going to end with that. It's clearly written on the horse, Lewis. Right?
God, learn to
yeah,
read.
come on.
Wait, is that on the GM nail? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, your horse is called Pride. If you glance back, you'll see that the one behind you, the name is rubbed off, and you can't see it.
Pointless perception check then, wasn't it?
See if I have a token for her. I will get to you guys climbing on and riding, but I feel like you guys might want to talk to Diana. So I'm just seeing if if I have her as a token, or if you're just going to have to deal with her not being there.
It'll be fine. I know she's there.
Yeah.
Insane stealth check. She ran away, chasing after another kid.
How did you know? Yeah, no, you'll just have to cope. If she is there, I can't find her, so you'll just have to cope. With her not being physically on the board. Yeah, so you guys step onto the horses, and as you do, Diana reaches forward and touches one of the wooden posts near it. And where she touches it, there's the glow of her handprint. And as she moves her hand away, the horses beneath you begin to shuffle their feet and flick their manes and stretch and flap their wings as they spring to life. Okay. They begin to trot. So the carousel itself doesn't move. The horses move themselves around the carousel as the ride starts. And you take your ride around.
It's not going to fly, is it?
No, you're fine. They stay on the carousel.
It's moving.
So, Diana, I hear you're quite unhappy here.
Oh no, this is probably the happiest I've been in a long time working here.
Yes, you look it.
Well, it's not. It's about my predicament rather than working here. This is a lovely place to work. Mr. Light and Mr. Witch have taken great care of me.
What is your predicament? If you don't mind me asking, we're currently looking at trying to help people and
You,
uplift the mood.
that's very kind, but you can't help me. See, I'm a human.
Yes, and I'm rabbit folk.
No, I am a human. I made a bad deal.
What was it?
I asked a hag to reunite me with my missing warhorse. I paid the price for it,
Oh,
and she reunited me with my horse.
I see.
In a way.
So she pretty much just merged you together.
Yes. I mean, I
Where-
suppose she kept her word. Now I'll never lose it again.
Where was this hag?
Good question. Oh, this was it's on another plane.
The Feywild, perhaps?
Yes. How do you know?
It's been cropping up a lot in the past hour or two.
Yes, it was the Feywild, a place called Prismere.
Second, because I will not remember that. Prismere, was it?
Prismeer.
As we're
Yeah.
going round, I'm going to be like,
That's what the bird said.
As you drift past.
One second. I'm not used to writing notes. This is so slow.
Norman's just going to be laughing a lot. And, oh, it's going really fast.
There's a gentle wind as well from the wings, which are flapping just in front
He's
of you.
just having the time of his life.
Your horse is huffing and puffing harder than the others.
Do you know how to get to this Feywild?
I know that you can get there if you can travel from plane to plane. I managed to escape here a while ago when the walls between planes they were thinner and lowered. I managed to come through. And then not long after that, I found the carnival and Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. At least they accept me here.
What would you say if... Well, depending on circumstances, I may be paying a visit to the Feywild. At least that's where I think this is taking me. I could always go pay a visit to that hag of yours.
Oh, I'd be careful about that. She's tricksy, and I don't think the Prisma is in a very. And as she continues to speak, you see twigs begin to grow out of her mouth, and she kind of coughs them up, and looks down at her hands, and you can see that there are blisters growing across her fingers.
It's alright, stop. It's fine. And I'll use my last spell to cast Cure Wounds to hope it goes away.
It heals her hands up, and the blisters are gone, and she kind of...
Good.
Oh, thank you. Look, if you do want to go there and you want to know more about it, the horses know.
Alright.
Awesome.
They're kind of, arrogant, and they're a little upset at the moment because some of them have lost their names, and I mean, if you want to ask them questions, I think if you can help them find their names, they'll answer you.
What about the
I-
ones who have their names?
Oh, they're in pairs. And it seems like one of each pair has lost a name, and they won't talk until they have their names. I can help.
Okay. How do we find their names?
She pulls a clay pot out of one of the like saddlebags at her side, and it contains gold paint, and there are paintbrushes in there. I can close the carousel for a while, and I have this, and she pulls out a sheet of paper that seems to have a riddle on it
Fantastic.
that she hands to you. Let me see if I've got a copy of it that I can actually show you. Otherwise, I'll just be reading it out.
That's
gonna
that's
read
good
it.
if the answer is man.
I'm going to read it out first, and then you guys can think it over while I see if I can get a copy that you can see.
Okay.
So it says, fortune favours the, and then it's blank. Pride first. The next one just says rolling. And the fourth one says stitch. So, if you would like to, the carousel comes to a halt and you can go and inspect the names of the horses. I'll
Okay.
have a look. I don't think I have a handout for this, but I'll have a look.
Quick question, DM
but
now.
do keep going. Mm-hmm.
Because I have answers in my head, but they're answers for this world.
Same.
So have you made this, or is this actually part of the module?
This is part of the module, but I mean, the module was written in this world, so.
True.
Okay, so the carousel comes to a stop. You're given this pot of paint, not very much information on a piece of paper, and told to go and give the horses their names. Would you like to read the names? Are you going on? Are you looking at a particular horse?
So let's just assume it's stopped the way it has, like the way it is on the screen. And I'll walk up to Frank. Frank, what is the name of your horse?
Pride.
Okay. And I'll walk to Norman's horse. Norman, does your horse have a name?
No.
No.
So, if you look, you can make out gold sort of edging that would allow for a 4-letter word in that gap.
That's not the answer I had.
He used to have a name.
What?
Okay.
What do you got there then?
We need to figure out the horse's missing name. And they're in pairs. So, yours is called Pride. This horse, its name has 4 letters. I'd imagine everyone on the carousel can hear now as well.
Yeah, I'll say that you've all gathered up enough so that you can all hear.
Any ideas?
Thank you, that's a good idea. Putting it in Discord helps.
I'm having to type it.
Does
in
mine
Discord,
have a
but there's
name?
No way on earth that Norman would know what it was.
Well, I think if you work on one at a time. See, my head immediately went to Pride and Prejudice, but
Will you have read the riddle out to us?
yeah.
Will we have heard the riddle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
fortune favours the bold. Is there one here called bold?
or is there one here called
Well, no.
Fortune?
There is a horse there called Fortune. It is this horse here.
And what if I look at the nameplate on this one?
You can see a golden B and then 3 spaces.
I will paint bold onto this
Ah.
horse.
Okay.
Right, so hold on. I'm just gonna. So that's
Bold
probably
shakes
not the
its
right
mane
colour.
and you get a little bit damp, but seems happy.
Well, pride comes before the fall.
Right, so which one was bold?
So
If
This one down here.
Fortune, this one's bold.
if Pride's
Okay.
first, it should get gold.
This one's pride.
Is there anything on my horse?
Your horse has sorry. Has
Right,
9
well,
painted on it.
No,
9.
no.
The
Ah,
word 9.
a stitch in time saves 9.
Bitch in time, so it's not.
Oh, did you just accidentally give us that answer? Because
I gave you everything you needed.
no, the riddle said
So it's the other one
Stitch.
called Stitch.
The other one is called Stitch. It does have a C on it.
I'm sure you said Stitch before, or did you say Lilo? No.
No,
I'm sure.
Stitch is on the riddle paper.
The stitches on the riddle paper.
Oh, so the
Oh,
other
that-
one called Time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I get it now.
No,
Never
the
mind.
one. So the one that Kellyo was on
It's fine.
is called 9, and this one.
So it's Stitch.
Okay.
So I'll paint Stitch onto that one then. Yeah. Did we say a
then-
fall for this one that Norman's on?
Yeah.
Yeah, fall.
For
So
pride
what
comes
about the one
before
that-
the fall.
So what about the one with Carcery? On it.
Let me have a check. Where am I? This one
Rolling.
has a 4-letter word that ends in S on it, and this one, that one's name is Stone.
Ah, okay.
Moss.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Moss. I was thinking.
You guys are so smart, right? Like,
Oh, a rolling stone gathers no more.
I had to leave character to help.
Okay.
It's all right. I got none of those. I'm just here painting the words that you guys are shouting out. I'm helping.
okay. So if you finish painting names on the horses, Diana will say, "Jump on, ask during the ride. It's free," and she starts the ride up again.
I am going to insist that she punches my ticket.
Norman never got off.
Just to
She
be
will
on the
punch
safe
your
side.
ticket.
Thank you. And then I'll get on Fortune.
Okay.
I'll get back on pride.
I'll also tell everybody,
9.
ask about how to get to the Feywild, and possibly ask about Prismere. And then I guess we'll go around.
Okay. As you go around, the horses all flick their manes and they pick their feet up higher and seem to dance a lot more now that they all have their proper names on them. And as they prance along, I'm not going to start with Ignis, actually. I'm going to come to you probably last.
I've had no roleplay.
It's a shame because, like, 2 of the people I need to talk to aren't here. Pride says to you, Frank, that you're on the right track and you need to stick with this group, and that home is changed and it needs you,
Okay, he's just gonna grunt at that, like groan at the when it's like, you need to stick with these guys.
Cool. Okay. The other two horses are going to speak to Mados and Kesari, but I'm not going to tell you what they say because you wouldn't be able to hit them. I will let those guys know later on. Normand, your horse says Prisma is not what it was, but you
Hang
can
on.
get...
Can Kettle Steam hear all this as well?
Yes, because you're sharing a horse. So
Good, good.
you can make the note and have it in her memory.
Yep.
Prisma is not what it was, but there's a way
Okay.
to there from here.
I can't write that quick.
Prisma is not what it was. There is a way to there from here.
Okay.
And then Kellior, yours is going to say... Hang on, I need to be on a different page for this. In my physical notes, guys. I'm using my physical notes. The thing that you lost, that you cannot keep, is held by the hag Bavlorna. She lives in a rambling cottage in the swamp.
Lordna.
Bavlorna.
Oh.
Bavlorna.
Bavlorna. And lives in a
Cottage
hag in
over
a
a cottage over a
cottage.
swamp.
Okay.
She then says, "This hag is allergic to seeing someone run widdershins."
To seeing someone running.
Widdershins. W-I-E-D-E-R.
Yeah. ED.
And then shins like the bone in your leg.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then Fortune will speak to Igneous and say, "Your way home is nearby.
Yeah.
But you'll need the word of the masters."
Okie dokie.
Is there anything you'd like to ask them? Any of you, not just Igneous. You don't have to. I don't want to kick you off without you guys getting what you want out of it.
Are you having a nice time?
Wonderful. Now I have my name. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And she like kind of rears up and then kicks her butt in the air, so you get a bit of a boom in your eye.
Whee.
But how do I get back?
Follow the purple dragonborn. Fortune's telling him what he needs to know.
How... Once I have the word, how do I... Where do I go?
The masters will show you the way.
This is the way.
just away. And the carousel ride comes to an end. And as you dismount, we'll leave it there.
No, we need to go steal a pocket watch first.
I
Right.
mean, if you think you can do that in minus 15 minutes, then yeah, sure, go for it. We have run on a bit longer than we said we would, so
We have.
Yeah.
we can stop there. That's a good place to
No,
stop.
it's-
You guys solved that riddle. And
I
got some
didn't.
answers.
It was teamwork. Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sorry, I didn't get the muted time.
So yeah,
Bless you.
I had none of those answers. I had Pride and Prejudice, Fortune's Favour, Lilo and Stitch, and Rolling Stones.
Lilo
In
and
fairness,
Stitch.
In fairness, if I had written it, it probably would have Lilo and Stitch in there. But
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
yeah, but no. Well done, you guys. I must make a note to send details to the other two as well.
Yes.
You did so much today. Well
I
done.
know.
Good progress.
God.
Right, yeah, I'm hosting. Guys, you can catch us again in 2 weeks' time, Sunday at 8 o'clock. You can catch up on our last campaign, Curse of Strahd, on YouTube, and you can catch the other sessions of this if you missed them. The first two sessions, one of them's on YouTube, one of them's going on YouTube, as is potentially some way we're going to put Nerdy Corner on there, perhaps.
Yeah.
Because we've done a couple of those recently as well. There's also some Call of Cthulhu if you want to check it out, and a one-shot involving a goose, which is quite fun.
Honk.
If you've enjoyed it, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Although I don't really post on Instagram, so Facebook or Twitter would be best. Thanks. We'll let you know if we're going to do a Nerdy Corner again soon. Possibly not in the next couple of weeks. But everything will be on social media, and we'll keep you up to date there. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you had fun. And I hope you guessed all of the riddles before they did. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Like and subscribe. Oh, don't keep waiting.
Siren.
I mean, I did actually click stop recording.